What's going on YouTube? It's Corey Lorenzo. It's currently Thursday, February 22nd, 6 a.m. in the morning, getting ready to crush, squat, bench, and an upper body lift. I'm super excited. I just woke up in a great mood today. I feel really good right now. I'm gonna warm up on the treadmill for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna get after it. So let's get it in, guys. Alright guys, so I just finished warming up. I'm getting ready to hit 3 sets of 6 with 320 pounds. So since I'm in week 4 of my program, the weights I'm working with, everything's gonna be a volume PR if I hit it. So if I hit 320 for 3 sets of 6, that will be a volume PR. So I'm super stoked and I'm feeling really good right now. So let's get after it. Alright guys, so I just finished hitting squats. They moved. I got my 3x6. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty difficult, but it is week 4 of my program, and I would say all sets were at like an RPE 9.5, meaning I really pushed my ass. So I'm not really upset with it. I'm pretty happy actually. So now I'm gonna be restarting my training block next week, or I'll take a deload, or I might even test my maxes. I'm not too sure yet. So I'm getting ready to hit some bench press right now. Get started. Let's get after it, guys. Alright guys, so I just pyramided up to 80% of my 1 rep max. I'm currently working with 195 for 2 sets of 2. So I'm going to show you guys that, and let's get it. You're more comfortable sumo. Alright, so on the sumo, let's just do this. Alright guys, so I just worked with 80% of my 1 rep max, which is 195 for 2 sets of doubles. I pyramided up from 50% all the way to 80%, and then worked at 195. One thing I'm really focusing on is fixing my bench as far as keeping tight, and I feel like I'm finally figuring that out. Squeezing my butt, getting a lot of leg drive. Everything feels super light, getting my pause. So I'm excited to see how much I can progress on bench now that I finally feel like I'm figuring it out and I got some help. So it's been a good workout so far. I'm gonna hit my upper body day, and see you guys in the next clip. What's going on YouTube? It's Corey Lorenzo, and for today's discussion I wanted to talk about different types of training as far as, you know, high frequency, low frequency, high reps, low reps, different things like that. What brought me to this topic is today when I was at the gym, I was speaking with one of the trainers there who used to compete in natural bodybuilding. He had a lot of success, and you know, we just had different views on training as far as he, you know, really preaches training to failure and training 1 muscle a day, whereas, you know, I do more of an upper body, lower body split, or I just think, you know, push, pull legs, the more frequently you're working the muscle within reason is going to be better, and you're going to get a better hypertrophic response and a better strength response. And you know, people all, like, everyone has their different views on training, and I wouldn't say there's a right or wrong. There's different opinions, and my answer is you should work within all rep ranges, strength and hypertrophy. There is a time and place for failure, but I don't think that should solely be your training. So, you know, he was basically arguing that you're going to make more progress training to failure, getting spots, basically, you know, pushing out those extra 2 reps that you can't do and having someone assist you. And that kind of was his argument, whereas my training style, especially on my squats, bench, and deadlift, and everything, I really focus on progressive overload, so adding more weight, reps, sets, anything like that to force a response from my body as far as, you know, an adaptation. And he was mostly just talking about training to failure, which I've done before, and like I said, it's not wrong, but I don't think it's completely right, because eventually you'll just burn yourself out and you will hit a plateau faster and you're not going to make as much progress, in my opinion. So typically how I train is from just talking about my squats, bench, and deadlift. I like to classify myself as a bodybuilder. It's something I want to do, a natural bodybuilder. So, but I do like to throw in powerlifting because strength training really does interest me, and I think that it has a nice carryover to your hypertrophy work if you structure it right and you use it right. Meaning, the stronger you get, the more, the heavier weights you're going to be able to use whenever you're doing your hypertrophy work. So, it goes hand in hand, and I think it should be, you should work in all rep ranges, no matter if your goal is, if your goal is strength and your goal is hypertrophy and you're trying to mix those two, then you should train within all rep ranges. Obviously, if you just care about strength, then you should probably be training at high intensities, and not so much worrying about your hypertrophy per se. And if you're solely focused on hypertrophy, I just feel that it's good to incorporate that strength training, or at least go through different training blocks throughout the year to kind of emphasize one thing more than another. But in my case, I want to be the strongest bodybuilder that I can be, and hopefully compete later on in powerlifting, because it's something that I do enjoy. I do enjoy the big three lifts. So not to get too much on a rant, but the point I was making is training with my percentages, and either it's percentages or RP or whatever it may be for my main lifts, I never train to failure, because I train with weights. And I learned this actually from Matt Ogus, and he's someone that really inspires me. If you guys don't know who Matt Ogus is, I mean, he's one of my biggest inspirations as far as YouTube, Instagram, just a social influencer, and I've been following him back since Legends of Aesthetics. So if you guys know about that, it's been a pretty damn long time, him and Yuki Lovato. So one thing that always interests me is he trains with immaculate form. He, in his strength building phase, that he carried over to his bodybuilding, and I think that's what really made him such a great bodybuilder in my eyes and built such a great physique, was the periods of building strength and working in with hypertrophy, which is basically what I try to do with my program, mix the two together. So the point is that I wouldn't want to get under a weight. Say I'm doing a set of squats for 8, I wouldn't want to get under a weight where by the 5th or 6th rep, I'm not going to be able to hit that weight, and then someone has to come behind me and basically help me. Because studies have shown that training, that those 2 reps that people say, oh, train to failure and push past that failure, it's really, if you're a natural bodybuilder, I mean, if you're enhanced, that's completely different. But as a natural bodybuilder, that's not going to do anything for you. And I know, kind of like the motto from back in the day in old school bodybuilding or weightlifting in general, whatever it may be, is, you want to sacrifice pain, failure, and that's what's going to get you to where you want to be. And I trained for years strictly hypertrophy. I did every Arnold program I could find. I did everything that I could find that was high volume as shit, to the point where it's probably not good for someone that's natural, because I wouldn't be able to recover from it, which now I know, being a little bit older, wiser, doing this, trial and error and just working with different things. So I've seen the most progression doing my strength training, and obviously focusing on progressive overload with everything else as far as my hypertrophy work. Meaning, if I do, say, 4 sets of 10 with bicep curls with 25-pound dumbbells, next week maybe I'll go up to 30, do 4 sets of 8, and then add in reps and go 4, 8, 9, 4, 9, or 4, 8, 9, and go 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, until I can complete all the reps and sets, and just keep adding additional stimulus for my body to adapt, to grow. And I just think that's the most efficient way. And he was just very oh, you need to shock the muscle, you need to put on 135 and bench it for 20 reps, which I've done that before, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, and this is just my opinion on training and different training styles. I think you should be working within all rep ranges. I think strength should be a priority. If you're a bodybuilder or you're looking to build muscle hypertrophy wise, I think you should include strength training into your program. Obviously keep your hypertrophy, because you're a bodybuilder, you need the hypertrophy work to build your muscles. But I think that the stimulus you're going to get from strength training, and by strength training, my strength training, I work within sets of 4 reps, 6 reps, 8 reps. I rarely hit singles and doubles and triples. I do sometimes, because I do like the whole training aspect of strength training, but I don't go crazy as far as going to the gym and only hitting singles, because I am not solely a powerlifter. I am a bodybuilder that is hypertrophy focused but enjoys strength training. So I try to bring both together as best as I can. So let me know what you guys think as far as, do you guys train to failure, or do you try to train for strength, or do you mix it, or how do you structure your training? I'm just interested to see different views, because obviously he comes from a different era, which I understand, because I feel like back in the 80s and 90s it was really popular, high volume work, training one muscle a day and just absolutely destroying it. where I'm from more of the aspect where, you know, either push-pull legs, upper body, lower body, get more frequency in, try to hit the muscle at least 2 to 3 times a week, equating with your volume, and you're gonna have better results. And that's what I've seen my best results with. So that's how I set up my program and how I currently train. So today I did hit a squat PR, which was 3 sets of 6 with 320 pounds, which I'm extremely happy about. Obviously you guys saw it in the earlier clip. And yeah, I'm just interested to see what you guys have to say. So make sure to engage, guys. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. You know the deal. Daily vlogs. Tell your friends. Tell your girlfriend. Tell your grandma. Tell everyone. And I appreciate you guys watching. This is Corey Lorenzo. Peace out.